Hello, I'm Mal, and welcome to Dead State Reanimated. Alright, now, if you didn't watch episode 1, I will put a link right here. Now, it's important to note that that was just an overview of Dead State Reanimated and sort of my thoughts on this new version of the game. This video here, episode 2, is actually serving as sort of the start of the new Let's Play. So in this one, I'm going to focus on character creation, why I'm choosing what I'm choosing, and then we're going to head into the game to the school where we start off and meet the other survivors, and then maybe part of the first day. We'll just have to see how the time goes. But again, if you're not familiar with Dead State at all, and you're interested in just sort of an overview of what the game is, I'll put a link right over here in this corner for you, and you can click that to check that out. Alright, with that said, let's start a new game. I'm excited. Let's see. Alright, now, I do generally play games in Iron Man mode, but since my experience with Dead State is still a little bit limited, may want to hold off on this? What do you think, guys and gals? Should I? With Iron Man mode enabled, you will be limited to daily autosaves, increasing the difficulty. Alright, fine. Boom. Iron Man mode. Doing it. PC infection. In this mode, player character can be infected by the undead and will die within 3 days of antibiotics. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pass on that. I think with Iron Man mode on my first real playthrough, that ought to be enough. And we don't need hardcore. Not for this one. maybe on another one, a future one. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, character creation, which I really like. I think it's pretty cool. Yep. We're gonna customize. That's right. So we're gonna try to make this guy look kind of like me. No, that's not it. Dapper? I wish my hair looked like that. It's... Let's see. What do we got here? Actually, you know what? Let's go with Dapper. It just looks cool. Black glasses, red glasses, black. Let's go with silver. We don't have any of this stuff. No, I don't want a choker. I don't want a piercing. I don't want any tattoos. Let's see. Let's change... No freckles, goatee, small beard, mustache, scruff. Okay, let's go with scruff, black hair, eye color, and go with black hair, and then let's see, scars. I like that one to make him look a little bit scruffy, because that would be me. Smoky eyes? No, I don't want smoky eyes. Okay, I like that portrait. Accept. And then appearance. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. Next. Alright. Of course, I'm going to be Mal. Evelyn. Next. Do you want to use a preview? No, of course we don't, because we're going to show character creation. That was the whole point. Customize. Alright, now, in the first episode, I talked about this only briefly. I'm going to talk about it now in more detail. So, you have these 4 abilities. Strength, which really is primarily about how much you can carry, and then additional damage that you can do in melee combat. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. Agility is all about how many action points you have in combat. I would say that that's probably the most valuable stat early on, because it gives you a lot of flexibility, right? You can go in and do like a little stabby and then run away from something. You can move somewhere to help an ally or what have you. I think agility is probably the strongest of the 4 starting out. But then again, this is also based on my somewhat limited experience with Dead State. Okay, vigor. This is how it says how healthy you are, determines your total hit points, grants additional armor class at rank 4 and above. Now, they also made some changes the way armor class and damage reduction things work in this most recent version, and I don't fully understand the impact of that. So I don't know if quote-unquote natural armor class via vigor is more important than armor that you put on. I'll have to figure that out, but it may. It's kind of how I read the changelog, but I could be wrong. And then perception, how keen-eyed and quick you are to react, determines initiative, contributes to hitting distance targets. Now, from my reading, and when I've played this, I've had a more balanced set of stats, but everything I've read has said that, unless you're actually going to do ranged, okay, unless that's going to be, if you're going to go for using, rifles and shotguns and whatnot, then great, then you're going to need perception. Otherwise, don't worry about it, because in terms of initiative, and I tend to agree with this thought process, not all fights, but many fights, you're going to initiate, right? You're going to kind of sneak up, and then you're going to start the combat. So I don't know that it's that important, the turn sequence, and I don't know that it's that important necessarily your turn sequence either. Like, I don't think you necessarily need to go first. So I'm not going to concentrate on perception at all, because I'm going to focus more on support skills on my character, and then make him sort of a fast melee combatant, not shooty. We're going to be stabby. So no shooty. We're going to focus on stabby. All right, so with that said, let's distribute these points. Okay, let's grab some strength. Let's grab a bunch of agility. Can we get a 10? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. We do something like that. Maybe that's overkill, I don't know. It's a lot. Maybe we should balance it just a little bit. Like, we could go like this. How about something like that? That's not bad. And at vigor, vigor at 4, we still get additional armor. So we get the benefit of that perk. I mean, I guess if we don't want to be completely oblivious, we take a 2 or something. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, now, over on the skills, what happens is each one of these points, or pips, so you go 1, 2, and then the third one costs you a little bit more, and then it'll unlock another ability. So as you go through here, like, we'll just take melee as an example. All right, so I go 1 point, 2 points, and then level 3, I get backstab or brawler, so I can increase my stabby if I'm behind someone, or I can get some more armor class. I'm not convinced that I'm actually going to take any of that right now, but I'm going to go through each skill for you and kind of talk about them, and then I'll assign my points. So then you've got ranged combat. I think that's pretty clear, and the better your skill, not only do you get accuracy and crit, but you also get faster reload time. Leadership, how well your character is able to get others to follow their example. Dialogue skills range from reasoning to intimidating. Increases effectiveness of allies in combat. Negotiation, how well your character convinces others to share their point of view. Dialogue skill ranges from understanding to convincing, reduces morale decay. This is actually more important than maybe it seems on the surface. Managing the morale of the group is pretty darn important, so I will be investing in this early on. Medical allows you to use kits and supplies to heal up when you're in the field. I think it's useful for every character, but there are characters, even at the very beginning, that are available that have this skill. So this might be one that you can put off a little bit, but I do think it's valuable. Science, how well the character can reuse elements to create new items, crafting better armor, ammo, and thrown weapons. Crafting medical supplies adds contact poison to weapons. Yeah, this is another one, because at level 3, let's take a look. Where's it at? Okay. Immunity. Due to your extensive work with hazardous chemicals, you have 50% reduction, the chance to be inflicted with poison status effect, or inventor. Your familiarity with chemicals, yep, allows resulting in an extra gallon. Yes, this. Your familiarity with chemicals allows you to squeeze fuel from every possible source, resulting in an extra gallon of per day of fuel. That's pretty impressive. That's a really good perk, and can help you not only at the beginning of the game, but really throughout the game. This is of value. So that's something I'm going to probably grab. Survival. you can get things like, I talked about this in the first episode, things like increased range, or you can get, more, like here, players bond with nature allows them to increase their maximum harvesting amount by 25%. So there's a lot of really good skills that could be easily overlooked. Mechanical, this is another one here. So your first one at level 3, perk that you can get, Architect, your skill building allows for shelter upgrades to be constructed in 10% less time, or Efficiency, you know how to construct more with less, shelter upgrades require 10% less parts. Okay, but what's level 6 give me? Solar Power, your knowledge of mechanics has allowed you to rig up solar generator, reducing your generator's fuel by 50%. What? These kinds of things are really, really powerful. So I would suggest that you not overlook them and just immediately jump into the combat skills, because there's other people that can handle the combat stuff. Like, let's take a look at the negotiation. Likeable. Players' personality lifts the spirits of their fellows, earning an additional 5 morale per day. Now that might not sound like a lot, but every little bit absolutely helps. And what if we went to 6? 10 morale per day, or rationing. Players' personality motivates people to save a bit of food, reducing the daily food cost by 25%? Yeah, that's something you're going to want, and you're probably going to want it sooner rather than later. Okay, so what am I going to take? Well, first off, I am... I think I'm going to focus on negotiation first. So, level 3, and I want likable. I'm taking that. And then... Science. Yeah, I want the extra fuel per day. What else? Leadership? Aim for the head. Improves party's chance to hit undead by 25% for 3 rounds. Don't panic. See, I don't... Nah, whatever with that. Let's see. Medical, science, maybe mechanical. If I took mechanical now, it would be so that I could get some lockpicks and pick open doors instead of having to kick them in. But I also don't want to be completely useless in combat, so I guess I'll take a 3 in melee, and I'm going to go with... I'm actually going to go with backstab, because I'm going to make my guy really fast and stabby, and probably won't be doing any ranged stuff, so I will take backstab. We'll let somebody else tank the stuff, and I'll just be, backstabber guy. Okay, and then I'll grab... well, let's grab a couple of points. I guess I will grab them in mechanical, actually. I'll put 2 points in mechanical, and I'm going to grab 1 more point in survival. So we've got a 3 in melee, a 3 in negotiation, a 3 in science, 1 in survival, and 2 in mechanical. So here's our perks. Allows ally if you're choosing to bump up their move and go next. Player's personality lifts the spirits of fellows, earning an additional 5 morale per day. Your familiarity with chemicals allows you to squeeze fuel from every possible source, resulting in an extra gallon per day. And then we have 15% increased critical chance when doing stabby. It says that on the screen. And stabby in the back with a melee weapon. Alright, let's go. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Let's do it. Let us beware of saying that death is the opposite of life. Living being is only a species of the dead, a very rare species. Yeah. Alright, so on the plane there, and I talked about this in the first episode, essentially what happens is that it tells you about the zombie apocalypse, that there's been some kind of breakout, mass hysteria, and then the plane crashes. Then you enter this sort of little tutorial area. So I'm going to turn off the tutorial and dismiss this. And here we are. Hello, is anyone out there? This is Sheriff Reinhardt of Splendid PD. Can you hear me? Follow my voice. Yeah, I think it's that way. Alright, let me talk about the interface just briefly. In the top hand corner, you can see this is your character, how much health you have. In this case, I've got 100 of 100. Up here's my decibel meter. the more sound that you make, the more likelihood you'll have of attracting the undead. And I think this also could affect whether or not, humans come after you too, but especially the zombies. You want to keep your decibel levels low if possible, and things like breaking down doors and fighting and using ranged weapons will certainly draw them quickly, so just something to bear in mind. Got different controls down here, party commands, toggle party, follow. If we have a group, their portraits will be listed below ours, so here, and approximately here. When they're in the group, you can toggle group movement. The map, which we can't use at the moment. Trunk inventory, which we unfortunately can't use at the moment. And then the inventory screen. So we hit the inventory screen, and then it'll bring up all your tabs. So you can actually go look at your character screen. You can look at your current goals, shelter supplies, so on and so forth. All right, so let's go over to this suitcase. Looking around for a weapon. Give me that bat. Okay, let's go to inventory. We're gonna put that right there in our weapon slot. So we hover over it. We can see that it has weapon effects, knockback 15%, and dizzy 30%. A basic attack costs 4 AP. It generates 5 noise. It's a two-handed weapon. It has 1 range. It does 24 to 32 bludgeoning damage. So essentially crush damage. It has 125% damage mod against undead. It has a 10% critical chance rate that'll do double damage. It requires a strength of 3, and it weighs 2 pounds. And if you're not sure what I was talking about there, all that information is at the very bottom of the screen. Alright. It's left click to move around. This little thing right here will start combat, and since there's a fellow over here that's in our way, we're going to have to kill him real quick. Double clicking makes you kind of jog, I guess, or run. So we're going to enter combat. Okay. So, green area is the area that I am facing and can attack with no problem. Blue is where I can still move and have enough AP remaining to make some kind of attack. If I right click on the weapon, you'll see here that I've got basic attack, which costs 4, push, which costs 5, stagger, which costs 6. So push simply hits them and knocks them back a couple squares if it's successful. Stagger basically is like a stun, essentially. It's a heavier hit. If you hit them with that, their likelihood of being able to hit you next turn if they're not dead is pretty low. Red indicates how far I could essentially dash. So this is going to be very familiar to people that have played, like, for instance, an XCOM game. This would be the limit of the first move, your quote-unquote blue move, and then if you ran or dashed and had no action points left, then that would be the end of one of these red blocks. Now I'm going to actually end combat. Is it going to let me? Yeah, because I actually want to just go ahead and get a little closer. All right, now we're gonna fight. All right, buddy, let's do this. And we're gonna go for stagger, which isn't gonna matter much because this guy's, as we hover over him, he's almost dead. The THC is the hit chance. We have 85% chance to hit and a 10% chance to do a critical. All right, I think we got him. Yep, he's dead. So we'll end combat. Q and E let you rotate, and middle mouse button lets you zoom. You can also hold down the middle mouse button to change your perspective a little bit, and you can also spin around with it like I'm doing here. Yeah. And then you can also use WASD to move your camera around. Okay, so let's run. Got a fire down. We got a fire out down here, but the fire's out of control back there. Yes, I noticed. You're going to explode. Run. I'm going to explode? Oh, no, it's going to explode. Okay, fair enough. Let's go, Sheriff. You made it. You're safe now. We're going to get you to help. Okay, so you pass out, and then we're going to wake up at the school. You wake up to the sound of people arguing. Your body is stiff and you can smell the unmistakable scent of rubbing alcohol. You feel like you've been sleeping off a horrible fever. Last thing you remember is the plane going down. Food? Who cares about food when we've got a huge hole in that fence? If we don't fix it, they're gonna walk right in here. I know, Mom, but who's going to risk going out there? You? Me? Joel? I have a feeling who's going to be going out there to risk it. The new guy. I suppose I should be the one to go, being a cop and all. You think? Yeah. Let's see. Kinda be nice if someone was watching my back. Not my Renee. That's for darn sure. Let's not panic, alright? Oh, okay, so here's my options. I can be very unpleasant, I can say nothing, I can ask them who they are, or I can say hello. Let's do that. I'll be like, hello? He's up! Easy. Realize you have no idea where you are right now, but you're safe. You're in the basement of a school. Yeah, because when I think safety, I think my local elementary school. I'm Davis. This is Anita. You should thank your lucky stars my daughter was there. Mom. That's Renee, Anita's daughter. Yeah, I kind of figured out that part, Davis, when she said Mom. Hi, good to see you're finally up. Behind her is Elaine. She's still recovering. And that's Joel. That's me. I'm Joel, Officer Joel. I guess, technically, I'd be Officer Oswald, but you can call me Joel. Heck, any of those will do. Let's see. Okay, it's nice to meet you all. Blah, blah, blah. This isn't right. How did I get here? Yeah, tell me what's going on. You don't remember the plane crash? Yeah. I wish I hadn't gotten on that flight. I'm sorry, there were only a few survivors between the wreckage and the, well, it was amazing that you were able to find anyone alive out there. Let's see. I can still see so many of their faces. That's so sad. Listen, there's something else you should know. You're in Texas, Central Texas, a town called Splendid. We're in the basement of a local school. Yeah, so I've seen the map of where this Splendid, Texas is, which is not a real place, but it's near places like, well, basically just south or southwest of Dallas. So places like Big Springs or Abilene, what have you. I guess Lubbock's a little further northwest, but I know exactly where this is. Okay, let's see. You're in the basement of the local school. This isn't where I belong. I can't stay here. I've lived in Texas my whole life. I've never heard of Splendid. Alright, let's say that. Welcome home, I guess. You should know we're pretty much stuck here. We all are. Don't worry, we have food, facilities, a generator, and it's secure. Secure? What does that mean? I don't think you understand. Outside, it's not safe anymore. Everything's changed. You are the last flight before they grounded the planes. They were trying to control the spread of a pandemic. It didn't work out. Martial law was declared, shelters were open, people were evacuated. Those that stayed behind, like me and the whole Splendid police department, all three of us, we were just trying to get the last few people out of the area when your plane went down. Most of them were already. You see, the real danger out there right now is there's things out there. Now's not the time. I agree. Look, this is a lot to take in. Why don't you come talk to me when you're ready? Alright. This is privately? Doesn't really seem private, but okay. Why don't you come talk to me when you're ready? Okay. It seems like we're still talking in a group here, but alright. Think you're up to talking about your situation now? Yeah, let's get this over with. Good, I'll get the others. What I'm about to tell you is going to be difficult to believe. In fact, it's hard to accept. I'll say. I don't know if anything can shock me anymore. Let's go. Let me explain. The illness was going around. It doesn't just kill or make people lose their mind. Oh, is that right? It might even be a virus. It's the end of the world. Mom, we don't know that. Just tell me already. They are dead, coming back to life. Not all of them, but people that are bit or killed by them. They seek out and attack the living. From what we know, it's not just here, it's everywhere, all over the world. Okay. What are our options? I don't know how long we're going to be here, and the basement isn't really a long-term solution. We've got enough food to last another week or so, but we're going to need to secure the entire school. What do we need to make that happen? The fence around the school has been refinished. Was being refinished when the town was evacuated. There's whole sections missing. Which, I've seen what's out there. We're not safe. And if those things find out we're inside... If we want to move into the school upstairs, we're going to have to finish that fence. It's not completely down. With proper supplies, we could fix it in a day. Can't get very far. We drain the fuel from the cars to power the generator. There's a hardware store over in Yano. It's a bit of a walk, but it's our best bet. Okay, you're gonna want to bring back a toolbox and spare parts as you can. Getting that fence up is our only option. Okay, I can do that. Alright, and then I'm gonna kind of skip through this, because the dialogue is just, you know... basically, you come to this choice of who do you want to take with you, a medic or a fighter. And I'm gonna take... I'm gonna take a medic. Yeah, understood, let's go. Now, before you head out, there's actually stuff like around here that you can loot. So if we go to the survivor's bag, there's all kinds of stuff over here. And these supplies ultimately need to end up in the supplies for the actual shelter, so that they can be used. So, let me see here. Let me grab... Let's go over here. Okay, set the generator. It's currently 8 a.m. Turning off the automatic setting will immediately prevent upgrades that rely on electricity. Okay. Alright, well, we'll leave that alone. Okay, let's grab this stuff. And can we grab it all? Yep. And let's go upstairs. Yeah, so here's the shelter storage. So anything in here is sort of for them, right? Or for everyone's use. Let's see. Select everything and then send it over there. Do I want a stabby? I actually kind of do want a stabby. So I could take this knife, or I could take this pipe wrench. Dizzy or knock down. How much does this weigh? 3 pounds? 1 pound? Alright, let's take the knife. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around the school, because there's different places that you can pick up stuff, like all over the school, lockers and whatnot. I'm going to pick up everything, and then put it in that storage area that I showed you, right here, the shelter storage. I'm going to do that, and then I think what I'll do is I'll do that, and then we'll put together the group and we'll head out to the hardware store, and we'll do a little bit of that, and then I will end the video. So I'll make a quick cut, and then I'll be right back with you. So I finished up talking to everyone inside the school. I essentially asked them, what do you think would make things better? And I got requests for things like, coffee, or hey, if we can really fix that fence, that would help a lot. Or actually, let's make it out of, stone, because that would make me feel better at night. They tell you different things that they want. And sometimes there'll be unique items, like in the case of the coffee Davis wants. The regular coffee doesn't do it. She wants some special roast blend that'll show up as a unique item. So we won't necessarily find those right away, but as we can address these things, it'll improve their morale. And again, maintaining their morale is pretty important. Now, from the school, from the inventory there, I grabbed a kitchen knife and a pipe wrench, because they have different abilities in combat, and they're different types of weapons. And they have different AP speeds also. And since they're both one-handed, it should work well with my character, because I have a lot of action points, and I can do like, pretend, if I've moved or not. Based on that, I can do like stabby stabby, pipe wrench, or pipe wrench stabby, something like that. So let's see. Once you move into this little, I don't know, I guess it's like a bluish green area, this is where you're going to look at the map and then set a location. And this is, no matter what map you're on, this is how you would like enter and exit an area. So let's do that. We'll go here. Now, we can go here, on commercial, and then I don't know if this is dynamic or not, but in my last playthrough, there was like a residence or something like right around here, and I picked up some loot and things there too. But we're going to stay on task, and we're just going to head towards the hardware store. Yep, there's something right here. Downtown Splendid. Okay. Alright, we're going to avoid that. So right now it's Sunday at like 10 a.m. So we want to get our stuff done and get out of here. Okay, let's take a look at everyone else. What does she have? She's got a hammer. And then Joel's got a gun and a nightstick. Okay, let's look at his inventory. Well, first off, that's the wrong weapon, the wrong ammo. So let's do this. And then he's got a shotgun too, but we're not gonna, hopefully not gonna use that because, yeah, it makes a lot of noise. Okay, so here's our healer. She's got her med kit with 10 of 20 charges. Let's grab these other medical supplies. Now you see it went to 20 of 20 because I grabbed that stack of bandages. So she's got 20 uses of the med kit. It's important to note that when you do use the med kit, while you do get healed up some, your maximum health will actually get lowered. So let's say Joel got hit and he was down to like, I don't know, 65 health, and then she heals him up to like, 85. His new maximum until we get back and rest is going to be 85. So that's an interesting dynamic too. So you're always better off waiting to heal. Like, let it get pretty low before you do anything with healing. Alright, so we've got group follow on right down here. Hit J. So single mode. So I can grab her and move her off by herself. Click the portrait and I can grab Joel or whatever. Oh, the hardware store is right up there. Best we be quiet. Yep. Dead folks. Yeah, I'll be careful. Let's go. Alright, but let's group up. Okay, her weapon set. My active weapon's the knife. Let's go ahead and have him reload. In case we do need the gun. Best do that outside of combat, because in combat, it actually takes you quite a bit of AP to reload stuff. We're going to try to be quiet and get around to the hardware store, which this is actually a diner. Hardware store is over there. And I think if we go this way and we're quiet like, we can just walk around and we'd be like, okay, we don't have anything to do with you silly zombies. Yeah, there's some down there, I'm pretty sure. Let's check the trash here. Okay, some parts. And rotten fruit. Might be useless, but then again, maybe not. Yeah, I think you can turn that into something. Trying to remember. Alcohol or something. Yeah, there's a group of them over there. Okay, well, we're going to do some fighting here. We're just not going to do it right this second. We're going to do it where it's absolutely necessary, which is going to be back here. Yep. Alright, now, this will be our little combat mini guide of this episode. So I'm going to split the group up. I'm going to grab Joel. Kind of move him over here like so he'll... I don't want to get too close. Oh no. Got too close. Kind of had a feeling. Uh-oh. He got hurt, but we're okay, And I don't think we've drawn these guys yet. So, got a choice here. We've got basic attack, cripple, or swing. We're actually going to do cripple. This is actually pretty cool. So, smacker. Well, he's actually got a hit, though. Alright, well, we're going to back up. What works really well is if you hit something with cripple and then just back away from it like this. Yeah. But unfortunately, we can't do that. Spacebar gets you to the next character. In this case, it's Renee. Who I think we're just going to actually put over here so she can heal him next turn. Actually, does she have enough AP to do it right now? No, she doesn't. Okay. Let's see. Now, I need to basically go around back. So I'm going to run. She should go back to Joel. So I'm going to go, like, say, here. And then I'm going to end my turn. Hopefully Joel doesn't get too screwed up here. There you go, Joel. Good job. Okay, why don't you cripple her? That would be ideal. There you go. So now she's crippled. So if we move away like this, which we're gonna do. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna go up. I've got 3 AP. I've got 6 left, so I'm gonna do stabby stabby in the back. Okay, now she's wounded, but she's not dead. So since she's crippled and can't move, I'm just gonna back up. Yep. Okay, let's do nothing with Joel. Renee's gonna come over here, and she's gonna heal him. Or not, still didn't have enough AP. Okay, I'm gonna move up. I don't know where what happened to my knife? Did it break? I think it did. Okay. Well, alright then, I guess we'll just do a regular attack. Actually, I can't. Okay, back up. We'll wait another turn. Sometimes you just gotta be patient. Okay, Joel. He can go in safely and take a hit and still be able to back up. Or can he? No, he can't. Alright, but we can move him 1 forward. Move her forward. There we go. So now you see he's 90 of 95, and that purple indicates that that's his new maximum. Okay? So let me go over here and do smacky smacky. And do I want to take another attack? I don't, so I'm going to back up. As long as she's crippled, we don't have to worry about her doing anything. We just have to basically go in, take a strike, and then move away. So we'll go up with Joel. Take a swing. Back up 1. Okay, then she can go in, and she can smack it. Unclick the med kit. I made this mistake a few times. Like, I can't do anything. What's going on? And then unclick the med kit, and then you'll be able to attack. Alright, that's it. So that ends the combat. And then we're gonna... Oh, she's actually got something on her, huh? Okay. What do you got, lady? Don't have anything on you. Lying to me. Oh, let's stop running. There's something else right there. What we got? Oh, combat knife. Nice. Okay, let's grab all that stuff. Let me get the knife. Oh, no. You can go here. Knife goes there. And then set this one as active. And let's look. What do we got here? Slash. Flurry. Okay, nice. Let's look at its stats. 1 noise. 12 to 18 slash. 50%. Okay, so it's not as effective on them. So really, actually, the pipe wrench is better against them. Seems to be. But it costs more AP. It costs 5 AP, so... Gotta kind of balance that out. I'm gonna try the combat knife anyway. But I don't want this video to get too long, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this one here, and then in the next one, we'll probably take care of this zombie, and then we're gonna go into the back of the hardware store, and we're gonna get that toolkit we need and the other supplies to rebuild the fence. So, I hope that you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up. As always, I look forward to your comments and feedback. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Mal. and I will see you later.